Here we go. Here we go.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground.
A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as...
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Cowboys.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground.
Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
The Eagles at 2-3 here to begin the new season. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and now it's 3rd and 3. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to start them out when you do that.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got him the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Campbell Curl. And the Eagles are going to have it here as as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win.
Dobbins hit and he fumbles.
It's picked up by the Cowboys. They find some open field here.
Inside the 20.
And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
Austin Seibert set to kick off.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Throwing is Hurts. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by Trayvon Mullen.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end.
Down inside the 10.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. And it's caught. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now here's Pollard. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Tony Pollard, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now 21-0.
Eagles nothing. Austin Seibert set to kick off.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Holmes returning from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. First grab for Thomas. It's good for a first down as well.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On first down, Hurts. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
But it's certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 21-0 our score after one.
That's the end of the first quarter.
Ready.
Now a first and 10 at the 11.
Shot, 17. 6, Mega, blue striker.
On play action, they'll throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. T.J. Edwards leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cowboys are able to add on to their first half lead. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call.
Austin Seibert set to kick off.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This one fielded at the 5. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend. But you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here.
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up. And the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25.
Ready.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And some space here. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Hurts. And this one's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts.
And Hurts is intercepted. His 3rd of the game. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got it. Touchdown. David Njoku. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So this now 34-0 with the extra point pending. And Charles, I thought these guys might have the advantage coming in, but I didn't expect this.
Well, I'm glad we're going with full transparency here, because I didn't either. I thought we might be looking at a 24-20 type game, maybe 13-10 at the half. But this has been total, utter domination.
Austin Seibert set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off.
Holmes returning from his end zone.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight, and that means this game is vital. Extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back.
Here's Hurts to throw.
That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
They'll look to throw again. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Touchdown, Eagles. Michael Thomas, 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Eagles are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Ka'imi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And he converts, and it cuts the lead to 35-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work this.
He's got him in, complete. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Jerry Jeudy.
78 yards.
And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half.
42, Eagles 7. Austin Seibert set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off.
Holmes returning from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it, they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Here we go.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Hurts. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Get ready. Right.
They'll come out throwing here on first down.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play this first half.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter.
Holmes returning from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And this one too low.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now back to throw.
And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
The Eagles send out their punter now. standing just outside his own goal line. Fielded at about the 28. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll look to throw now on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. It's caught at the 10. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
They'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. They'll set up to throw. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oftentimes when you lose in a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off.
Holmes returning from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized. I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Let's go.
Throwing on second and long. Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. It got his man complete.
And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down on the other side of midfield.
A big play there for Philly. 49 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 23. They go play action with Hurts. Going across the middle, and Goddard's got it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goedert, his 1st touchdown on the year.
And the Eagles are able to at least get 1 score back. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bulling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. So they get 1 score back, but still a long ways to go here in this 3rd quarter. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. 1 play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's got Njoku, his big tight end.
On the move past the 40.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Another 1st down, this time on a gain of 19.
Ready?
They run straight ahead here with Pollard.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4.
2nd and 6. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
2nd and 6. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. 34 yards.
And the Cowboys will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Eagles 14. Austin Seibert set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off.
Holmes returning from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run.
Second and 10.
Strikers, 3-3.
Gonna run again here with Pollard. And not much running room. Down to the 32. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
Open man, right side, it's Lamb.
Touchdown, Cowboys! CeeDee Lamb from 8 yards out. And the Cowboys are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
14. Austin Seibert set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Throwing is Hurts. Flushed out right. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. On the counter now, it's Dobbins. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14.
19,
They'll look to throw here. And my goodness, another interception. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
ready. Ready.
That's caught left side by Judy. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Eagles are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Micah Parsons.